Central City On Demand.
Hello, it's me, RJ Stott.
And I'm Buddy Fontaine.
And we're back for another episode of Central City On Demand. Considering our budget, buddy, we're doing pretty good with this podcast.
Oh, budget? Budget? What is our budget?
$27.
$27? Money is hard to come by.
Maybe that's what this episode should be about.
Yes, money. Yes, living is expensive.
Even here in Central City, where the cost of living is very low.
Central City citizens are ingenious. We find ways to get by when money is tight.
Like repurposing.
Look at this great table I repurposed.
It looks a lot, well, like my front door. Hey, that is my front door.
Maybe as part of our public service, we can give our listeners ideas on how to make more money.
We're experts.
Well, not exactly experts.
Well, we have tried a lot of ways. Right, Judge? Medical experimentation, that's a great way to make money.
That's actually one of the best jobs I ever had.
Hospitals and certain doctors and gosh, all sorts of people will pay you money to test their new medical procedures and drugs on you.
Yeah, I remember when they sawed off your finger and sewed it back on again.
I misunderstood what they were going to do. But you, buddy, you had to take a month off from all the radiation exposure you got for testing a new MRI scanner. It was just for heads.
That's right, just for heads. And the one they did where they tied you down and you started screaming.
Well, that was a test to see how long it takes after someone is tied down before they start screaming.
But you started screaming immediately, as soon as they put the rope on you.
It reminded me of school.
Yes?
I was tired. I could have held it off if they let me do it again.
I'm Earlene Stack. I studied at the University of Nebraska's Corn Culinary School, and now I'm famous for my corn recipes. Join me at my world-famous restaurant, The Corn House. At The Corn House, you can enjoy many corn options. For example, corn on the cob, corn chowder, candy corn, popcorn, corn dumplings, corn pot pie, corn dogs, corn patties, corn cakes, corn flakes, corn ice cream, corn tortillas, corn on a stick, corn-fed corn, corn cream, corn lotion, corn makeup, carbonated cornade. It's a cornucopia of corn, and always non-GMO. The Corn House.
The thing about money, RJ, is how you use it. You know, Central City invests its money in progressive projects like the Munge Particle Accelerator.
Did you ever take a date to the Munge Particle Accelerator, buddy?
Yes, I did, RJ, just once. She couldn't stop talking about the Munge detector. She said all that high-speed particle action really turned her on.
Women are very turned on by high-speed particle collisions. I read that on Wired.com.
That collider cost so much money to build.
It did. It cost $2 billion. Our city had to take out grants and loans. We're still paying for it.
And I don't even know what a Munge is.
It's the smallest particle known to man. They still haven't even proved it exists.
You know a lot, RJ.
I am smarter than you in a lot of ways, buddy. I'm the one that told you not to eat that soup that made you so sick at the Big Belly buffet.
Well, I don't like being told what to do.
That's what Judge Roberts says.
Sorry, Judge. I'm just working through my feelings here. Anyway, I think it's important to visit the Munge detector because I know it costs the city so much money to build. Something about those colliding particles I find rather scary.
They accelerate those particles to 30,000 miles per hour. I took my stalker there before she was my stalker. I like the first kiss on a date to be special, and we decided we would wait until the two particles made contact on the computer screen. When that happened, we would kiss, but I didn't know that alarms would go off. Alarms went off at the same time as the kiss. It was much like our ankle monitor alarms.
And she thought it was special because she heard the bells ringing.
She heard bells ringing even though it was a security system. After that, she wouldn't stop following me around in her minivan.
Well, I think that the more lovers that go there, maybe it'll bring more revenue to the Munge.
They did have a Kickstarter campaign because a lot of grants that they originally got didn't come through after the elections. It is science.
That's true. Who knows about science?
You called science a fraud.
Because we don't even know if the Munge is true.
You believe the Central City wind turbines are true, buddy. Have you ever taken a first date to a wind turbine?
Actually, yes, I have, RJ. It was very, very windy, but it was free if you climbed the fence.
You're always going into restricted areas. You went into that restricted area at the Munge detector. You collided with a particle yourself.
It was so painful, RJ. Who would think that something so small could cause so much painful damage?
You were laid up in your RV.
For 6 weeks, I couldn't eat solids. I had to blend everything.
You have a blender? Wait a minute, my blender's missing.
We're very excited. We have a special guest today on the show, our very own court-ordered supervisor, Judge Roberts.
Fontaine, I'm impressed with the work you've been doing.
Thank you.
It's almost professional.
Oh, I do try.
You do try, buddy.
I try very hard sometimes. Well, we cleaned the shed just for you. We stacked up all those things.
The flammable things.
The flammable.
And the chickens are outside, I think.
Yes, the chickens are outside. I saw them there. We got new ankle bracelets for that the two of you can now each get one.
Good news, Judge. Good news. Maybe that would help us shorten our community service and end the town's restraining order against us. We do need to come into town occasionally to buy sundries and groceries.
They have stores outside of the city, you know. You can go to Orchard Town. Orchard Town has all the things that Central City has.
Me and RJ are both banned from Orchard Town.
Both of us.
Oh, I forgot about that.
You know, after that little incident that we had.
That you had, buddy. I just was there because you told me to get into that car that was taken back by the owner later.
Buddy, you have such potential. Your family founded this city. Why couldn't you be a little bit more like the rest of your family?
Oh, that's funny, because that's what my family always said.
All the time.
Supervising you isn't so hard through the video camera. I can do it from my home.
We were wondering, Judge, gosh, is he really watching all the time?
I'm really watching. I have my dinners in front of the monitor.
I wanted to tell you the reason that there was a pair of boxer briefs hanging over the lens was because I was throwing my laundry. I had a fit of rage at Buddy, so I'm sorry you probably couldn't see us through the boxer.
No, I was a little shocked. I couldn't see you, and I had to call you on the landline.
I always wondered, Buddy, why does a chicken need a landline?
Why does Buddy have a phone in his shed?
Well, you know, I sometimes got to call the chickens to make sure they're okay. Well, anyway, Judge, you're nicer here than you were in court.
It was so chaotic in the court, remember, Buddy? All those strange people testifying against us.
Besides my ex-wives, I don't know who those other people were.
No, I don't know who they were.
It was necessary.
Your uniform is a little different than I expected.
Yeah, well, it's my day off. I like to wear my uniform on my day off.
Aren't you supposed to take those robes off, though, when you leave the courthouse?
I look at it as a fashion statement. It's my judging uniform.
Oh, wow.
Right, as opposed to my judge uniform.
Your ex-wife, Dot, should have had a judging uniform, Buddy.
Yes, she was very judgy.
It also makes me feel important when I'm walking around the city. People look, they see, they point.
I've seen children follow Judge Roberts at the strip mall. Sometimes they follow him and they lift his robe up high as they can.
Yes, I had those children cited.
Normally when I see the judge, I hide.
It's always good to see men pay their debt back to society.
Yes, that's great, Judge. Thanks so much. Please let us go. Please. I'm losing my mind in this shed. Please make it stop.
No.
That was cool that Judge Roberts came on the show. I wonder how much money he makes.
I don't think that's something you're qualified to do, RJ.
I was thinking maybe he needed a gardener or a chauffeur or something.
You need a clean record, I think, to be a chauffeur anyway.
But not a gardener?
Well, my brother had a gardener who once kidnapped Miley Cyrus. So no, I don't think so.
I'm RJ Stott.
And I'm Buddy Fontaine.
And this has been
Central City on Demand.
You've been listening to episode 6 of Central City on Demand. The episode was entitled Easy Money. It was written by Mike Player with Mark Barnett and conceived by Mike Player. It was produced by What's That Productions. Mark Barnett was Buddy Fontaine and Mike Player was RJ Stott. Star Aarons was Earlene Stock and Joel Friedman was Judge Roberts. Original music provided by Jay Bodley and vocals by Jackie Bowe. Visit our website, centralcityondemand.com, for video and other extras. There you'll find links to all our social media where we urge you to subscribe and to follow us. There's also a link to our Patreon page where you can support the podcast. Please donate anything you can to keep us going. $1, a bicycle, some bacon. We appreciate your support. What's your verdict? Should Buddy and RJ get off of probation and be let back into town? Contact us at our website with your vote and with any questions or comments. I'm Deborah Stolberg. Be sure and tune in for episode 7 entitled Come and Get It.